This podcast is brought to you by Infinite Resources, a local staffing agency connecting diverse job candidates in central Iowa companies.
All right, we're back on promotions that we fought on with Tree. Let's go back to the first one. We went to South Carolina, fought a 6-0 guy from Texas. Everything went wrong on that one, all the way up to the fight with the plane tickets. They flew us from Des Moines all the way out to Denver, then all the way back out to South Carolina, got us in there freaking 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and then we had weigh-ins. So we just got a little nap here and there. We were up the whole time, Get there, they didn't have us booked at the hotel. We had to call the promoter to find out that the person who was doing all that stuff was the person we fought. They were setting all that stuff up, so they was trying to give us the runaround. I just kept telling Tree, mark that down.
I think I remember that story.
Mark that down. We want to take it out on him, and then it came to the fire alarms getting pulled in the middle of the night. Come on, man.
Yeah, I definitely remember that story.
So we just end up, Tree, he's ended up sticking to the game plan, and we call it the Kenneth Allen Blueprint. It's to this day. Take him deep rounds, drown him, and stop him. And that's exactly what he did.
I showed what y'all did.
We never got a chance to fight on the Quad City card. I tried and tried and tried. It just never worked out. Never had no one his weight, I guess, at the time. Then we went out to Philadelphia, where they they didn't try. They screwed up my ticket, so all of a sudden I didn't have a ticket to fly out there. So I'm on vacation with my family, finding all this out. So the day before I found out I didn't have my ticket, I'm like, man, I ain't got no, I'm on vacation. I need my money for vacation. I don't have $300 or $400 for a plane ticket out to Philly and then back home. Right. So I said, hey,
short notice too.
Supporters hit the Venmo like crazy, dude. I had that money within about an hour and a half, man. People were just sending me money. All my supporters got me a flight out of Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, out to Philly, and then got there for the fight. Very nice venue. It was nice. It was nice. It was set up nice. The fans were very disrespectful to the opponents. They were some. A lot of shit talking, a lot of bottle caps and bottles throwing at Tree, and I'm like, Tree, man, let's fuck this dude up, man. So we can just shut these, and it didn't turn out the way it was. It was looking nice at first because Tree was sticking to the game plan, but just took that one time where he went back to his old shit and got stopped, and he knows that was on him. That wasn't on me. That was on him because the game plan was already there. The game plan was working. You want to try to look cute, and you see what cute gets you. And we talked to that. We use that one for a minute, and we'll still talk about that. Goes back
That's
to
real.
To your
That's
coaches.
Real.
Then we fought on the one you were just talking about, Max. What's it called again? Maximus.
Extreme Maximus Promotion.
Okay, Extreme Maximus.
Shout out to both of those guys, man.
We fought on that a couple times. Tree fought on there, I think 3 times. I think. Won their bout.
Title fights too.
Yeah, won their bout on his. I think it was his second fight. He won their bout, and then he fought. I think I want to say 3 fights. Then he did another one right before he got hurt, and won again. Stopped a guy, a veteran of a lot of fights. Stopped him. He was a tough guy.
Yeah, he had a lot of fights. I do remember that.
Tough guy. He just stuck with the game plan, and it came like it's supposed to. The one thing I missed about Tree is this. My favorite is the walkouts, because he's a clown on the walkouts, man. That shit used to be. He'll take an hour if you let him get out there, walk out there, for real. But other than that, man, we didn't really make it too many other places besides Davenport to that Pro-Am where I brought Gilbert back. The fight for Brandon's promotion. I thought that was
Brandon. Shout out to him. Shout out to Brandon.
Brandon, Alien Boy, you too. You got your shit going on too. But that was a nice little show. Things happen. Bumps happen. And we thought it was a nice show. Talked to Cesar after his win. Asked him how he liked it. He said, "Oh man, I thought I was a pro. I walked out to my own song, and he had a walkout song and all that stuff. So he thought I was like I
That
thought I
gives
was
the
a
kids
pro.
a
Yeah,
lot of motivation to get in there.
exactly. So I thought I was a pro. I'm like, shit, keep working, man. You have like about 5 more years and you be pro. We're not gonna
Yep.
chase a bunch of shit around. By the time he turns 19, man, he's gonna have 100 and something fights easily. And he's just gonna be ready to go, man. And I have some other ones in the wings right now. They just gotta get their asses in the gym and be more dedicated, and they're gonna be there. I should have a couple more pros here. I have Gilbert, of course, the one who also fought on that card, did very
Yeah.
well.
Make
One,
some noise for him.
yep,
Make some noise. And that shows a lot about your coaching too, coach, because
yes,
you was able to take an MMA fighter, even though that they are two different sports, but it's still striking, like we talked about earlier. And you was able to convert him into boxing striking and be successful at that. That's not an easy task to do. I've even seen you do it with a female fighter, female kickboxer, not too long ago.
yeah. I
That
wish,
caught my attention too. I'm
yeah,
up here scrolling. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
yeah. I wish she would
Coach
have.
got a kickboxer?
Yeah, I wish she would have stuck around. She was had that wrestling mentality. I mean, working out hard. Was learning the striking and the kicks and all that stuff. But she ended up getting a different job. I think she moved back home to Texas. I haven't seen her around or heard from her up here, but she would have definitely been very good. A lot of people
Hell
don't
yeah.
know I've been working with Gilbert since 2015 on his boxing. He was a wrestler too.
I did not know that.
So that
It shows.
a lot of people didn't know, but I did.
It
See what I'm saying? So
definitely shows.
we know we just ain't taking fights for no reason. We took that fight because we knew we knew he can throw and we knew he was powerful. We knew he can take punches. That's three things you want, man.
Yeah.
If you don't have none of them three, why are you fighting?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, he has a heart.
Yeah.
Has a heart and all that stuff. So, and that showed it too because he got hit with that body shot, dropped him, and he got right back up. Got back up, finished the round strong, and came out the next round, and it was a wrap. But, so we're trying to get fights from him. It's just that people always say we're looking for this, looking for that, and hey, what you looking for? When, where, person, this and that. Next you know, I don't get no replies. I'm like, man, I'm not sitting there. I'm not begging anyone to be on no one's show. So if you get a show, let me know, and we'll get Gilbert back down to 68, and we'll fight. But it gotta make sense though, man. If you know what I mean, it has to make sense for sure.
Financially, I understand.
It has to make sense.
He's got a family to provide for it as well.
Yep. Even though he's doing good for himself. Because he has, he's a realtor, he sells houses and stuff. He's doing good for himself, don't get me wrong. But it still got to make sense for his time.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I do.
He has two daughters from two different women. How Mexicans do it. Brothers do it too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? You know what I'm saying?
So sometimes he brings his daughter in. You see her over there sitting in the corner while he's training and stuff, and that's how it is, man. She's not in the way. She's not running around. She's just sitting there. She knows what she's supposed to do. She knows she's supposed to sit there. If she has to go to the restroom, of course she's gonna come up and ask him, or if she's thirsty or something. But other than that, you don't even know she's in there, man. She's just in the corner, the iPad playing the game or watching the movie or something out the way.
That's a good kid.
Out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? So
she don't even know, but she's soaking up a lot of boxing knowledge just by being there.
Yes,
subconsciously,
exactly.
like she's hearing things, she's hearing coach, she's hearing her dad hit the bag and things. So a lot of it's going in her brain, and she don't even know that it's going. It might even inspire her to get into the ring later on in life.
Don't even know, man, because once we get this bigger building, we've been trying to get a bigger building here for a minute, but man, they want so much damn money, man. I'm not trying to pay.
Everybody do.
I'm not trying to pay for a building that costs, and I'm only in that thing maybe 3 hours tops a day. That's going to cost more than my house and my 2 truck payments. I'm not trying to pay. I'm nonprofit, man. I keep trying to tell these guys, they don't care. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, all they want is the bread. I understand.
So it's just about rolling the dice. I think I'm ready to roll the dice, man. It's opened up a lot of different things. I always wanted to do the kickboxing thing because I can get people in positions. If you can kick, come see me.
Heard that. Make some noise for that.
Yeah. If you out there, you're scrolling through here and you're listening. If you can kick, I'll get them hands right for sure.
There you go.
That's for a wrap. So we get the bigger building. We're going to add kickboxing like more. Right now, I have a couple in there right now, but the newer guys, I think I have like 3 of them, I think. But they're not in there every day. They're just coming in, trying to learn a little bit. But I want the ones who want to come in and actually compete. I don't want them to be teaching classes. I want them to be competing,
Heard
like the
that.
girl did.
You
You know what I
want to
mean?
fight?
I want kickboxing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about opening youth wrestling because up here, youth wrestling can start at 4, 5, 6, 7. Think about it. I build 4, 5, 6, 7, then 4 years of discipline into a kid. By the time he's 8 or she's 8, it's a wrap, dude.
National champion right
It's a
there.
wrap. You know what I'm saying? And I got a bunch
Yeah.
of already 5, 6-year-olds in my gym working out anyway because they either have a brother or a cousin in the gym. So yeah, of course they can work out. You know,
Yeah.
I had a little guy on my feed yesterday on my story. Cesar's little brother, he's 5. He's gonna be cold too, man. He in there hitting the mitts. Go check it out. You in there
I
hitting the mitts,
love that.
rolling and pop, 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 rolling, pop, pop. You gotta get him started young, man. You gotta. So.
And he's seeing his brother do it, so that's motivation right there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely he already knows. I asked him, I said, hey man, if I do this wrestling club, you gonna wrestle? He looked at me, he goes, can I punch him in the face? I said, no man, you can't do no punching in the face, man. You only can wrestle and pin him and stuff. Well, can I give him elbows? I'm like, no man, this ain't WWE, man. You only can you can slam him if you want, pick him up and slam him and get on top. Then that's all you can do. You wrestle. And he's like, well, I don't know. And just took off running and hit the bag. He didn't care.
He want to fight.
He didn't want to fight. Yeah.
Coach.
So that's the plan too. That's another plan, just because I know I'm gonna have
Can I punch him in the face?
Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to bring in more things to the gym to cover the overhead because it's gonna be what they're asking for. But with my background of different training and stuff, like I used to be youth, like my son, I was training him for baseball, basketball, soccer, all that stuff since he was 3. He's now 20. So I have a lot of background in the youth coaching for different things, and I know I can help kids out with baseball, pitching, and hitting and all that stuff because I have the eye for all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I could bring all that personal training in there to the gym for kids because that's out there, man. Them parents want that stuff for their kids, man. They'll pay for it. But the thing is, I got to have my time for it. See what I'm saying? I got to have time to do that.
You got a lot on your plate, coach.
So I tell them, this is what I tell a lot of them. I get a lot of wrestlers come in there because the coaches hear about me and they're like, oh, let's get him in there, see what happens. And they're like, damn, man, he got stronger footwork. So I tell parents, I say, if you want your kid to get better on the off season, just send him to boxing. We can get his hands right. It's going to help in football, blocking or whatever. We get his hands right, footwork right, get him stronger, and all that stuff. So when they're ready to play the sport that they choose to play, like I said, play.
And no playing in boxing.
Hell no. They're going to be way better. See what I'm saying? And I've seen that before. I've seen it happen. I've seen them get way better. So, and I'm like, damn, I had a little to do with that. So it's just a lot of things. Like I'm not getting any younger. I'm 53. I'll be be able to retire at 59. So I would say within the next couple of years, my plan is to turn a gym into a profit gym. So when I retire, I have a job to fall back on. You know what I mean? To make money for the insurance and all this stuff that I need for my family and stuff like that.
I respect that.
Do something I like doing and finally get paid for it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. But like I said, it's all about coming together. To me, it's about coming together. If we're all in one state and we're all bickering and shit, ain't no one coming out of that state. Man, what are y'all bickering about? Y'all should just all get together and get a lot of people ready to come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get out of the state, make a name for yourself, stuff like that. Sometimes you got to move away from your hometown to get better, though. That's for a fact because
that's a factor. Yeah.
Yes, because like talking about Michael Nunn, and for sure we know when he was away from Davenport, he was fine, but once he came back home, everyone knows the story.
Yeah, that's
you got it.
It happens a lot.
It happens a lot to everybody. So it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, but I love what I'm doing. It takes a lot of time from me. It takes a lot of time away from my family. I appreciate my wife for supporting me. Being a coach. She's my best friend.
Shout out to Mrs. Penny as well.
Yeah, Sarah Penny, I love you, girl. But
keeping you in line, Coach.
Yeah, she keeps it real too. So yeah, she's She listens. She knows about all my boxers. She knows. She knows them up and down. She has her favorites. Of course, she knows her favorites. Yeah, yeah. She has her favorites, the ones to watch. She tells me the ones that, yeah, this one needs to do this. This one needs to do that. And I don't even box. I'm like, you right though. I've been telling them. So you know what I mean.
You're right, though. Yeah.
So
You're right. You're right.
yeah. So at the end of the day, it's about. It comes down to the kids wanting to do it and having good coaches. Believe me, because if you don't have good coaches, man, you might as well don't even do it. For sure.
Yeah, I see that a lot in the pros. So I see a lot of these guys are self-training themselves. You know, they coaches pop in and out, but a
It's
lot of it is them. You
it's
know, and I'm like,
egos, man.
how do you call that a camp?
It's all about egos. You don't want no, like I said, I know my boundaries. If I go to someone else's gym, I might correct something here or there. If I see something, I'll say, hey man, can I say something to your guy over there real quick? Yeah, go ahead. All right. But once you start showing them too much shit, and they be like, you know what I mean? They be like, damn man, they start feeling uncomfortable because you know more than they do.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
real,
And they see
you
you
know
got
what I
a
mean?
friend
To be
too as
real,
an
you know what I
ally.
mean? So I've seen that happen before. I've seen guys get excited by me just holding one round of mitts or paddles with them. I don't even do mitts anymore because they be messing my shoulders up. I'm all paddles now, all paddles.
Okay.
I don't do the mitts because they don't know how to hit them right half the time.
What about the mid gloves? You still do them?
Oh, I pull them out. Oh yeah, when I pull them out, they be like, God damn, it's about to get.
I already know. I already know.
It's about to
I
get
remember
real
that.
up
I
in
was just
here.
on the side of J head, like,
Yeah,
wow, like that, he hit back. Like,
it's
oh,
about
okay,
to get
bet.
real. So I did have the mitt gloves down there at Jay's.
Yeah, you
When I
brought
worked
them.
them,
You
okay.
definitely
I
brought
couldn't
them.
remember if I
Yep.
brought them or the paddles. I knew it was one of them,
You
but
brought the paddles too. The paddles too.
yeah, but it's funny when I hit one of them. They just I always seem like I hit them and I turn them off their base. And they look at me. I'm like, man, I hit you like 20%. It's all about throwing your punches, man. You don't got to be the strongest guy to hit hard. I always tell people, you either hit hard or you don't. It's all about the mechanics, how you throw your punches and all that stuff, and your setup. That's what it takes. You go out in this wing, 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 wing. You don't get tired, first of all, if your endurance ain't built
Yeah,
up. Second of all,
yeah,
if you don't knock them out, shit, you might get knocked out because you get too tired or something like that.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Cause
So
now you didn't blew your stamina, and he still got his.
there you go. It's all about listening. Like I said, I would love to come back there to Davenport and just work with some of them guys just to share some of my knowledge that I know that I've seen. You know what I mean? And I used because I've seen other guys train boxers and other trainers. I just think I always tell people I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I'm different, dude. When it comes to this training, coaching, and stuff, I'm different. I'm different, dude. Because like I said,
Yeah,
I've been picking the brain of the greatest amateur boxing coach, one of the, in Iowa, and well known through the United States. And I
yeah,
just put different things together, man. Not everything works for that kid might work for that kid. So if you're working with the same shit
yeah,
on each boxer, you got to find out what's best for each boxer and go from there, and hope that they soak some of that stuff in and listen.
yeah. That's the hard part too. The connection and then the
Yeah.
listening and then executing. You know, some fighters just sit in the corner and be like, "Yeah, I hear you, coach. Yeah, I hear you, coach. Yeah, I hear you." And then as soon as the bell ring, they go right back out there doing what the hell they want to do. So it's like,
Thank
what
you.
did we just talk about? You know, like,
You know, you've been around. You've been around enough to see and hear all that stuff. You've been in a lot of gyms. You know, just that. I like I always say, man. I was only a fly.
there you
I
go.
am fly, but I'm just saying.
Very fly. Yeah, very fly.
If I was a fly on the wall in some of these gyms, just really see how some of these guys are training, and I'd be like, wonder why he got beat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It'd be one of them
yeah,
flies, like, I wonder why he got beat. You need to start listening
yeah,
to his coaches, man. If you can't listen to your coaches, man, go somewhere else or coach yourself. See how that's better. Coach yourself. If you're not going to listen to, if you're not going to listen to one of the a coach that has been around for a long ass time and knows his shit, you might as well go to a coach who don't know nothing, who thinks he knows something,
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's going to tell you what it's going to tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Yep.
Go to him or train yourself and see how far that shit gets you. It's not going to get you very far at all.
No, it's really not.
That's for a fact.
It's really not.
But yeah, man. I know we had a couple, difficulties today, but that's all learning. We're learning all the Zoom stuff. We're going to get all this figured out so we can start chatting more about it. Look, we done went through. We've been talking for a minute and we didn't even talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we've been rapping though. We've been rapping. So I hope this ain't the first to last. But I definitely want to come back on the platform.
I was just talking to him about bringing even more people in.
Yeah,
more like 2 or 3.
Yeah, we can bring some fighters in. It should be some fights coming up soon. I think Coach Pat is throwing one in October, if I'm not mistaken.
21st, we'll be there.
Heard that. I can't wait to see you. We can bring in some of those guys. There's a lot of good amateurs coming up right now. So you understand our name, Ali Monahan. He's out of Cedar Rapids, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. With Coach Mike. Obviously, the multinational champion, Rashawn Lee, out of Rock Island with Coach Ramsey. His other standout, Ramsey VC. So there's a lot of talent here that's making some noise.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. And
shout out to all those guys, especially V, man. Congratulations on your victory.
Yeah, congratulations to him on winning that qualifier this weekend. And also DBC's very own D-Ray Crane coming out of retirement and to win his qualifier. That's amazing, man, for taking all them years off like that.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
I'm gonna tell you the difference between that and someone else. He had all that stuff built into him. He's had to take time off to for a family and all that stuff. But he's always had that built into him. He just needed to turn that switch back on and get there, and he did. Compared to someone not having it. Yeah, compared to someone not being there, not having it, not knowing what it takes. He already knew what it takes.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, he's been there before. This is his third run, if I'm not mistaken, right?
To be honest, man, I think it's like second or third. Yeah, I know he won Golden Gloves before. This was a qualifier. But yeah, he knows what it takes. He definitely knows what it takes to get there where he needs to get. When he first started, my brother Matt was his boxing coach down in when Matt lived back in Davenport.
Shout out to Coach Pena again, Matt Pena. For those who don't know, that's the boxing coach of the Hall of Fame fighter Robbie Lawler, who just got inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame probably about a month ago. Yeah, I've been keeping up. I definitely been keeping up. That's his striking coach.
Yeah,
and that's Coach Pat. Coach Pepe's brother right there. So the Pena lineage is very deep.
It's deep for sure. But
if y'all know who Robbie Lawler is, Google him. Knockout after knockout.
They know who Robbie Lawler is.
They definitely know who Robbie Lawler is. That dude was a savage.
But
another one of Monty Cox's fighters as well.
Yep. But we'll definitely be back representing. Hopefully, my Uncle Pat can get me some fights back there in Davenport. Just gonna put this out there. We ain't doing no more rematches with Cesar. It's just a waste. I'm just saying that. We like new blood and we like new styles and stuff because he's did 3 rematches and he won all 3 by unanimous decision. So we're not trying to do no more rematches. We're trying to fight other
3 rematches and 3 victories. That's
3 unanimouses. We're trying to fight other guys and other styles and stuff like that. Just to get ready. You know what I mean? We want to be ready when that time comes. So I'm just putting that out there. If we have to take one, we will, because I want to keep them fighting. That's the only way you get better is keep fighting. So
right,
it has to make sense to us too as well. But we're running out of time here, Mike. Let's plan on something next time. We'll just get some Zoom on, get some more people up in here, and start talking more often. Because we got to get back into this podcast stuff. I got some time coming up.
Heard that.
I'll be kind of.
You can always check me in.
I'll be kind of busy the rest of October, but November here and there. I'm not going to try to be fighting every weekend. Try every other weekend, and in between the weekends, being here. Because I need to get my numbers back up. I haven't did it for a while. I'm on all these new podcasters catching up to me.
Have you heard from G5 in a while, Coach?
No, man, I haven't talked to G5 in a long time, man.
He fell off the face of the earth.
I know he does. I know he took a little time off, but he does his thing when he does it. He has his own crew and stuff. So it is what it is. He knows my number. He knows how to get a hold of me.
Heard that.
If he ever needs me on this cast or whatever, I'll you know me, I'll jump on the cast in a minute. And you know, 'cause I know both. I just like to keep it real. I don't like to be getting into fighters gets fired. I like to talk about what goes into the fighter. That's the stuff I like talking about.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that all day. Who's gonna win this fight? Who's gonna win that fight? That's just all opinions, man. That's all opinions. See what I'm saying? Everyone has them. Everyone has a good opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's true.
other at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna set some stuff up with Abraham, the producer over here, very well. Amplified. Hey, hit up Amplified, man, on Facebook. Hit him up, Mike.
Well, make some noise for Abraham.
Yes.
Appreciate you having me on.
We'll be coming up with some, not me, but he usually comes up with some little snippets that I usually post before the episode comes on. You'll see me posting a couple snippets that you know, he'll do some snippets and he'll send them to me, then I'll post them out there. Then next you know, what the episode will come out. So as soon as I get them, I'll tag you in them, and we can go from there.
Please do. And then you can send them to me too, so I can share them on IG as well. I'll be on Instagram majority of the time. Facebook is cool and all, but
yeah, you Instagram.
I'm an IG king.
You're an Instagram king, but don't drink any water.
And just for you, Coach, I got to say.
Because you was out drinking last night. That's why you got that water. I'm not stupid, man. Look,
I can't pull nothing past you, Coach. Yeah, you got some too. Yeah, you drinking it too. Okay.
No, I don't drink, but I just drink water. But at the end of the day, Mike, it was good having you. Mike Patterson, Major Player Entertainment. Anyone looking for a manager out there, boxing, MMA? I think you said you had some ring girls or something like that. Whatever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got some of that in the way as well. Yes,
hit
sir.
Mike up. But until then, man, peace out. The Realest Amateur Boxing Podcast with Coach Pinion. We out of here.
Appreciate y'all.
No problem, man.
This podcast is brought to you by Infinite Resources, a local staffing agency connecting diverse job candidates and central Iowa companies.